Rare Wave, starring Justin Hargrove, Greg Neely. Here's the show.
Welcome to Rare Wave, where we ride only the rarest of waves. I'm your host, Justin Hargrove, and today we have a very special guest, and it is a Father's Day episode. Before we do, I want to welcome my co-host, who's not a father, Greg Neely. Yeah. Okay, come on, give me some dap for me. All right.
There we go.
Yeah, just sit here for a second.
For a second?
Yeah, just sit for a second.
Okay,
Nice
cool.
T-shirt.
Thanks, dude. It has a hole in it. I didn't realize, but it's fine.
Well, now I just can't stop staring at the hole.
Okay. Well, it's Father's Day episode.
It is Father's Day.
Nice.
Happy Father's Day. You're not a father.
No. Not yet. Keywords yet.
Come on, son. You know what I'm saying?
Later down the line.
Ladies,
Later.
he's single.
Okay. Anyway, I should have my dad on too.
You should.
Just the four.
I know. But
Talking
we only
about-
have 3 chairs though, so it's like we got to do it by
I
sections.
could stand.
That's true.
Yeah, or
You
you
should-
could stand. I'll sit over there.
No, this is my chair. This is my chair.
Well, perfect, dude. Bring
Anyway, all right, move over
Bring it
there.
on. All right.
Okay. All right, so ChatGPT wrote this intro because I didn't write one. So bear with me, all right, everybody? It is my privilege to introduce our guest. Our guest serves as an elder and pastor at Grace Community Church and directs Grace Advance, a ministry. I'm just going to skip. He has faithfully served the Lord and his church both locally and internationally. His commitment to teaching God's word and encouraging church leaders has made a lasting impact on countless lives. He and his wife, Joanna, have 5 kids. One that they really care about, and together they've demonstrated a lifelong commitment. Anyway, and he has a new book that's out now called A Thankful Journey. Please welcome Pastor Dr. Carl Hargrove and my dad. Anyway, yeah. I'll stand. All right. Is this your first podcast? Have you ever done a podcast?
Yeah, I have.
Oh. Well, that was my only question. So
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Well, it's the first one
Yeah.
for this podcast.
Yeah. First of...
Yeah, the first. So this is special.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this?
I don't know. 3 months?
3 months?
It's been about 3 months.
3
How
months.
often do you do it?
So it kind of depends. Normally we'll do like several, like together, just to get a
Right.
few. It's releasing like one a week, I believe, right now.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, not much of an audience yet.
Yeah.
That's not true. I
It's a
think
work in
we,
progress.
I think we're growing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we're building
Sure.
Like
so,
Bob.
like, how long does it last?
Typically about
about an
40
hour.
minutes to an hour. I'd
Oh,
say.
okay. So a lot to talk about here.
Lots of, and I got questions too. I prepared.
You have questions?
Unlike my intro. So
Yeah.
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 And I got the tea and everything. So let me
Yeah,
see
I
it.
definitely need it. Like you can hear it in my voice. It's like I just got back from New Zealand on Friday. I was there teaching in a conference, and it's winter there, so
Yeah.
I think maybe that threw me off a little bit. Plus, I think the other thing,
Yeah.
I was eating some things I normally don't eat. You know, I'm pretty
Yeah.
strict.
Yeah.
And they have these pretty cool, what they call them biscuits there. We call them cookies,
Mm-hmm.
called Anzac.
Oh gosh.
And ANZAC stands for the Australian New Zealand Armed Corps. And so these cookies have a pretty interesting history.
Yeah.
They go back to 1915. They made the cookies and they send them to the soldiers. And they wouldn't put eggs in them because they didn't want them to spoil. And so they're really, really good.
Oh.
And I just kept eating them and eating them and
Yeah,
eating
yeah,
them.
yeah.
I would be talking to someone, and they're like so big, and you just pop one in, and you talk to them, and pop another one in. So then everyone thought, wow, and I even looked up the history behind it.
Yeah.
And so then the ladies gave me like this huge like tub of them too. So
Now, question: were you eating them while you were preaching? Share with me if you will.
hold on a second.
2 minutes.
Yeah, I need some Anzac strength here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but it's cool. It was a great time. Beautiful. New Zealand is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Wow, it's beautiful.
I gotta travel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, let's
Yeah.
get with it.
Well, you've been to Ireland. You went to Ireland.
Yes.
Really?
Went to Northern Ireland, Andrew Curry's church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, STM 2 years in a row.
Good for you.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was back in like 20.
Okay.
19.
Like what is in the Andrews now in Dallas? I mean,
Yeah.
from Northern Ireland to Dallas. Wow,
Yeah.
what a transition.
Yeah.
So what's happening? Like, what were you doing in his STM?
So we did a lot of evangelistic work. Specifically, it was a high school STM.
Okay.
One of the
Yeah.
actually the only high school STM at the time. We went a lot of just evangelism throughout the schools, throughout the neighborhood.
Sure.
They had a great high school group there.
Sure.
The church was only like 150 people, but it was very, very young.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we
that's
honestly
good.
really just hopped right in.
Well, good. I'm glad to
Had
hear
a
it.
great time. Met all the founders of the church there. It was a special time for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll
Excellent.
remember it for a long time.
Very good.
That's great. Third world country. Anyway, let's see. Let's get into my questions, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
So, all right. So, Carl Hargrove.
What are the questions?
It's weird asking questions I
Are these
already know the answer
ChatGPT
to.
too?
No, I wrote them about 10 minutes ago. All right.
Okay, cool.
So, Dad, where did you grow up?
Where I grew up? I
Yeah.
grew up in Orlando, Florida. It's called the City Beautiful, Central Florida.
Okay.
And so Orlando's beautiful. It's grown so much. I'll never forget when Disney World came to Orlando, and it just expanded and expanded, and it still expands today. You know, like 40 years later.
Wait, so you
Actually,
were
it's more
around
than
when it first came?
Yeah, because Disney came in, I don't know, was that, I'm thinking it had to be late 70s, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, late 70s. And
And this is Disney World, not Disneyland.
Yeah,
Which is-
Disney World.
There's a
come
big
on.
difference,
No, there's a
everybody.
huge
All
difference.
right, all my Disney adults.
Yeah, all your Disneyland. You have to go to Disney World. It's the reason it's called World
Yeah.
and not Land. I worked there. It was one of my first jobs too at Disney World, and I never forget when I came to California. I thought, wow, let's go to Disneyland. And I pulled into Disneyland. I thought, okay, like where's the rest of it? I was like, this can't be it, right?
Yeah.
Because Disney World is, I mean, it's an unbelievable place.
One of the first things I remember about Disney World is that you would always say that Disneyland could fit into the parking lot of Disney World.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, like when you come into Disney World, and they call, our Magic Kingdom. I mean, it's a drive. I mean, it's just a beautiful drive that's taking you through this area just to get to the theme park itself. And plus, you have Animal Kingdom there, Epcot, which we loved, is there. So it's a fun place.
So was that your first job? No, your first job was McDonald's.
I think first shop was McDonald's.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was one of the busiest McDonald's in the world because it was located on what's called on International Drive. That's like a tourist hub.
Oh, wow.
And it was on one of the busiest corners. So it was constant. That was fun back in the day. I think my minimum wage back then,
like 70 cents or something.
it wasn't far away from it. I'll never forget. I know at one point in time I did make $2.75.
Dollars?
And then it was three. I remember I think I remember making $4.50, and I thought, wow, $4.50 an hour.
But this was also back when gas was also like
Yeah,
$4.50.
gas was
Not
like
4.50,
59
59 cents.
59 cents a gallon. And speaking of dads, I remember with my dad once we were driving, he thought, I can't believe this, man, gas is going to be more than $1 a gallon.
Oh my god.
Because we saw it going up. Like, who can pay $1 a gallon for gas?
It's like 6.
I still ask that question.
Yeah.
$8. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Florida, have you heard about this? Like Florida gets a bad rep now, kind of.
What's that?
I don't know. I don't know. It's this weird thing where it's like people. I guess it's because Florida's kind of like not Lone Star State. That's Texas, but it's like very much like we can have fun. We can do whatever we want. Especially maybe since COVID, that was a thing.
Well, I mean, Florida, here's the bottom line. I mean, people are moving there by just the truckloads, literally.
No income tax.
Yeah, no income tax.
what?
There's a lot of freedom. There's sensibility there. Crime is lower. So why not? Yeah, it's Florida. So it's a great place. But California is unique. I still love California.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, the weather right now is
Oh, yeah, right?
it's incredible. It's like 79 to like
Yeah.
83.
Yeah,
As the crow
sure.
flies. Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah, and there's no humidity like that because
Oh,
you
that's
grew
the
up
other
playing
thing.
football. I don't understand how you did anything outside for more than.
Oh, yeah, humidity.
5
Because
minutes.
football is big in Florida, so
Yeah.
I played high school ball and went off to play college ball. But I'll never forget going back to Florida one time after being in California for like 3 years.
Yeah,
And you landed in the airport and you walk out and you're like, wow. Like in July and August, you say, I had forgotten how this
Yeah.
felt. And it was just crazy to me that I used to practice in this stuff and just go playing, and it was, 95 degrees and 90% humidity.
And that's with pads on, and it's heavy.
Yeah.
Because I remember the one year I played, it was like near like El Segundo, so it was near the beach, but I still
Yeah.
had pads on, and I was just going like, I hate it. I hate everything. Yeah. So all right, so play football. What about like your family life? Because dad, I have a lot of sisters.
Family life. Your grandmother, she died when I was like 7. Yeah, cancer. So I was raised by my dad, really, and he was a veteran, and but I'm the youngest of 8 kids. Wow.
Yeah.
You don't hear that much anymore.
Youngest.
But the one closest to me had already gotten married and gone off to the Philippines with her husband. Pretty young, she got married, and the others were off in college or somewhere else. So it was kind of, for the most part, me and my dad
Yeah.
together. But I had great memories with him. My dad was a disabled vet, so he eventually lost the use of his legs from the waist down. But he was still active. Like, he would drive. There was a control for the car to handle the brake and the gas. And there was a way he could get his wheelchair out, or somebody would be with him to get his wheelchair out. And I have great memories, like going over to the beach. We'd go over to Daytona Beach, about 45 minutes away. And that was novel because you could drive on the beach in Daytona. And we'd stay. I'll never forget this place. We would stay at the Hawaiian Inn. Yeah, I still like, as if it was yesterday, staying there with him.
The Hawaiian, was it like Hawaiian themed?
Yeah, it was Hawaiian themed.
Bunch of luau's and
Yeah, it
cakes.
was that sort of thing. And that was fun, growing up with Dad and seeing Dad at my football games in a certain section in his wheelchair over there. And of course, like, dads like think you're much better than what you are.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And I remember one time, it's like, I can't believe you made more tackles than that, right? And I was like, Dad, I wasn't even in the game at that point.
I was keeping the bench warm.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I had it was fun.
Yeah.
Being with him.
And you say, because you always say too, like your house was kind of the hub for like the neighborhood kids.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. My buddies would come over, we'd hang out.
Yeah.
We'd just fix a bunch of food. Because my dad was a vet, we'd go to what's called the commissary. That's where on base, and you go shop there. And we get these huge pizzas like that big, and especially pepperoni.
Yeah.
And we get another block of pepperoni and cut it up, and it'd just be covered in pepperoni. And we'd fix the pizzas and have guys over, a bunch of ruffled potato chips.
Nice.
And and guys would just come over and play. And I'd never forget, I had a few little, like, it was called Atari, I think was the game. And it was something called Pong. I think that was the name of it. And it was like wow, the first like kind of video game.
Yeah.
And all it was, well, like on the screen, it had these two, they were supposed to be like tennis paddles, but they were just straight lines. And the ball would come and it bounced, and you'd hit it and it bounced back. And you could kind of spin it a little bit, and that's all you did. It's bouncing back and forth on the TV screen. We thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And man, how things are now. It's like,
Yeah. You got
it was,
Call of Duty, GTA.
Call of Duty. I saw some
Clash.
trailer for something. I was looking at something else on YouTube the other day, and I saw a trailer. And I thought, is that real? No, that's not. That's just some game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, that's not even
The
including
next
it.
new thing is those virtual reality.
Right.
You won't be able to differentiate
Oh, yeah.
things because it's gonna be so real. You're gonna just rather be in that life.
Oh, totally. That whole life.
Yeah.
I did that once with some buddies. We went and
Like the virtual reality thing?
Yeah. And there were some times when you just thought the spatial sort of contrast and sense was like, wow, I feel like I'm above the earth right now.
Yeah.
But you weren't.
Yeah, and and that you don't look like it too. You ever seen those videos of people like they play the game,
Yeah.
the thing, and they just look like they're
was-
bumping into each
That was
other.
me. When I did it, I was walking on this like small strip, like on the top of New York City.
Right, exactly.
And then I'm half like petrified.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm in my friend's bedroom. It's fine. But I was like ready to just like.
Oh
freak out.
no,
Yeah.
you're right.
So real.
Yeah, I've experienced that before.
Look out!
Because it was one time they took us up in this elevator, supposedly to get on a spacecraft,
Yeah.
and you're looking back down at the Earth,
Ooh.
and they say you have to walk across it. And I'm like, wow, I know I'm in this little room. It's like 20 by 30 maybe, but it sure doesn't feel that way.
Yeah.
But,
No,
yeah, anyway.
that's crazy. So, football, and then because that was the goal, right? Just to continue playing football as far as career, or what? Or no,
Well,
the goal was military.
No, the career was military.
Yeah.
So I was in high school and junior ROTC. So I wanted to be in the military. That's what I wanted to do. Football was fun, and football was going to pay for school. And I just said to my dad, like, don't worry about me. I'll just play ball, and they'll take care of school. And they did. But I wanted the military. So I went, when I was in college, I was at the University of Cincinnati. I was in ROTC there, preparing for the military. But God had a different plan for my life. He closed that door pretty convincingly. And that's when I got saved, when I was at UC, and had another desire in my heart. Although I still was trying to pursue the military, that it became clear, like, God just closed the door. I couldn't do it.
Was it the same injury for football, or was it something else?
What's that?
Was it the same injury for football, or was it?
No. Then what happened, the door for the military got closed. And that was a sickness that I'd had since I was like a teen. But I had a medication for it. And so other people in the military have it. But it went for like a whole year to this board to determine if they'd still let me in.
Yeah.
And they said no. And I thought, wow, my life that rocked me.
Yeah.
I thought, I've been wanting to do this since I was like this.
And you're at this point, what, 20s, 19?
I'm
or
at
early?
that point, I'm 20.
Okay.
Because I just got saved at 20. And then that door closed. And I thought, what am I going to do? So I thought, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
What I'll do, plan B, I'll play football, play for 5 years, make some investments. I was studying economics in school, so I'll make some investments, go out and live life, Well, that didn't work out, because then the week before a season started, I blew out my knee.
This is what, you're just junior?
So now I'm going into the senior year.
Oh, so you've been
it's the
playing
last
3
year.
years.
Yeah, so I blew out my knee, and ACL, MCL. So it was like, no, that's the end of it. And then it was like, okay, Lord, what are you trying to tell me?
Right.
And then that was more of that desire in my heart to
Right.
be a minister, a preacher.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what that meant. So I graduated, went back to Florida, got connected with the church, and that thing led to another. I found out about the Master's Seminary out here and about John MacArthur's ministry, and lo and behold, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Now, did you know anybody that grew up? Because I feel like I know a lot of people that are pastors or in seminary, but did you know anybody that had gone that route? Because you grew up religious, but it wasn't like,
No, not really. I had an uncle who later in life, he was in the military too, he was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And later, this is after kids and everything, and he retired, he felt a calling.
Yeah.
But nobody that had been like in their 20s saying,
Right.
this is what I want to do. I didn't know anyone.
And was your dad around when you decided to pursue that?
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but before I came to seminary, he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a sad day.
Yeah.
But he knew that my life had changed. He saw that I was different, but he never got to see me sort of go and do it. He did hear me preach a couple times,
Okay.
and there was one occasion I'll never forget it. Like, because he was in the wheelchair,
Yeah.
I was preaching in a church, and it was a pretty old church, and there was no wheelchair access, and they just had these big stairs that lead you up to the church.
Yeah.
And so there was no one to kind of help him get in there. And so I'll never forget it. What he did is he drove on the side of the church and the windows are open because it was like an older church, no AC.
In Florida, right?
Yeah, in Florida, right. The windows are open, and he listened to me preach.
Oh, wow.
From just from his car, almost like driving church,
Wow.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Just hanging out. Yeah, and God blessed me with the voice. Where he could hear me.
Right.
And you had the same voice at like 20-something?
Yeah, that's right. I had the same voice. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, maybe you should be a preacher. Although preaching is definitely more than voice.
Yeah. So
Although Whitfield surely had a voice. Man, I just
voice
saw that movie by him.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Man, so then that happened, and then, like, was that just trying to think of, like, okay, so then you go to LA. How did you hear about the seminary, the master's seminary?
Yeah, I was in a church, and I was headed to another seminary connected to the church that I was involved in, and someone in that church said, "Hey, MacArthur's starting a seminary. You should think about it." I said, "No, I'm headed to this other place. I already have connections there.
Yeah.
The pastor of the church I was attending, he was a graduate there. It'll work out well for me."
Yeah.
And then this again, like providence unfolded. Providence, that is how God controls the details. I heard MacArthur on the radio, but I didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
I heard him. I thought, well, who is this guy? I kind of like him. It's like all Bible.
And this is 80s.
This is 80s because I graduated in 86.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing MacArthur on the radio, and I didn't know who it was initially. Then eventually I found out who it was.
Yeah.
And then I found out that he was coming to the Orlando area, and I met him there, and he kind of was direct to the point. It was like, no, don't go to that other place.
Yeah.
He said, come west, young man. And he said, just send us your stuff, your information. We'll take care of you.
Wow.
And that's what he did.
Wait, so you didn't have to pay for seminary?
No, I got a full ride for everything.
Wow, that's awesome.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, I got a full ride.
That's awesome.
He just said, send us the information. And that's what I did.
From that conversation.
Do you remember what you said? Was it like, John MacArthur wants me?
Yeah.
Give me free scholarship.
Yeah. So I just wrote out my application.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I said I met him. Or maybe I said I met John MacArthur here, da-da-da-da.
Wait, but this is before email, so you had to like write or type things out.
Oh, sure. It's back in the day. Then you had to like mail it. We had to mail it in, guys. You remember? You know what that's like?
No.
No.
Like mailing stuff?
That's
mailing stuff
I don't know if
in?
I've ever mailed anything ever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, even
with
with
your
me
kid.
right now, it's like someone said you can write a check. I'm like, write a check?
I would be like, right?
Like, right? What does it mean to write a check?
Yeah.
So even for me.
So this year is 1989, right? No, 19. No. What is it,
No.
19?
So, yeah, 89 is
Okay.
when I come to California.
Yeah.
I come to California in 89.
So that really was just a calling.
Oh,
In
sure.
that conversation, no, please come. Full
Yeah.
ride, we want you.
Full
here.
ride. We want you here. And he said, no, don't go to that other place. Come out here.
Wow.
But the seminary at this point was probably what, like 2 years
Oh,
old?
it's 3 years old.
Okay, so
Yeah,
he
it
was,
was
he was
just
more like
bloody-
recruiting, yeah.
So
It-
he saw the potential. He's recruiting.
Yeah, he was
He's like, we need
recruiting.
black guys. Come on.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, come on out. Because I told him about my background. I think he said, hey, I think you're a leader. We need you. Come on out.
Yeah.
So I did. And then initially, I wasn't going to even be at Grace Church.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, oh, it's too big,
Right.
this place. I'm not sure.
It was probably more of a, like, was it a culture shock coming out to LA and going to a
Oh, it
very
was.
traditional white church?
Yeah, it was. Now, the church I was attending before I came out, interesting enough, was predominantly white in Orlando.
What was it?
The one I
traditional?
was in Cincinnati wasn't.
Okay.
And the one that I grew up in, I didn't go back there. I visited every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I didn't go back there.
Yeah.
So more of the shock was Californians.
Really?
I mean, because you're coming from Florida, South,
Right.
Southern ways, or Ohio, Midwest kind of ways about people. Then California, it was just like, wow, people are standoffish. At least that's how it was. I'll never forget, like I would be in like a market somewhere and you'd pass someone in the aisle. And I was so used to, like in Orlando, you kind of smile at the person. You kind of look over and just smile at them. And at times I would do that and people were looking at me like, oh, he's a weirdo. What?
Yeah. Is that
What's
What's he
get the-
smiling about?
Yeah,
Dahmer? What?
yeah, right. Get the kids close to you,
Yeah. Were people doing the little chihuahuas in the bag back then or no?
No,
It's a new
not
thing.
back then.
Yeah.
They had lost their mind now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the little dogs perfectly groomed in the.
But you know, because I travel a lot, and it reminds me how there was this episode, and was it during COVID? I forget when it was, where everybody had their pet, their comfort pet.
Yeah.
So people were traveling with snakes and birds and miniature dogs and.
It was a show.
Huh?
It was a show, or you're saying
No,
just
like
seeing it?
travel.
Oh, I see.
So you know, and I think people grew out of that. It was a fad.
Yeah.
Because you get on a plane and you're like, why is this person?
Like a zoo in there.
No, it was. It's
Yeah,
like LA Zoo on American.
Yeah,
on
this
United
is my comfort
Airlines.
lizard. You're like
A
all right,
comfort
homie.
lizard?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's like you need to be comforted from that person because they look weird.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
California.
that's very interesting.
That's California for you.
But this is okay. So 1989, you're at Grace Church, which is John MacArthur's church, really big church, and then this is where you get like how long did it take for you to actually become like a pastor at Grace? Before?
Well, you know what? It happened pretty quickly.
Really?
Because what happened was, I got involved with the singles ministry. The pastor there, he was going to take a church, I didn't know it, in Arizona.
Yeah.
And like the first part of 1990, he came to me and said, hey, I'm moving on. I'm headed to Arizona. And I was like, okay, great. Well, I'm glad you got a great opportunity. He said, I already talked to the elders. You're going to take over.
Wow.
I was like, what? And I'm still in seminary at this point.
And had he heard you preach before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd heard me preach, and he knew I had a background, and I guess he thought I could do it, but I did.
Yeah.
So for those years until 93, when I graduated, I was one of the kind of / pastors, interns.
Yeah.
But I was pastoring in that group.
Right. And how big was this group? Because at
that point, that group was 125, I guess, or so.
Okay.
100 or so.
So this is a singles group, and then in this group there was a single lady, right?
Yeah, there was a single lady. Her name is Joanna. And I had an infamous meeting with her on one of my first jobs.
This is a funny story.
The first jobs at Grace Church I was working was called a tape shack. There's another throwback.
What's a tape?
Cassette tape. Cassette tape.
Like things to hold together? No, I'm just fine.
I know, like Gorilla Tape, right?
Yeah.
No, so I was working in there, and it was like a library. People could come in and say, yeah, I'm looking for this tape or this series, and you give it to them. And so Joanna came in, and she was looking for this tape series called Male and Female Differences. It was like 2 parts. And I said, oh, man, this is like pretty popular. And then I said to her, I don't understand why it's so popular. And I said, everybody knows the differences between men and women. And like, do you really need 2 tape series to figure this out? And she kind of looked at me like, oh boy, this guy thinks he knows everything.
Big old ex-football player talking about.
And back then, I was much bigger too, because
Yeah.
I hadn't lost a lot of my size.
Yeah.
And so I saw the look on her face, so I said, oh, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
The reason I said it is I have 6 sisters.
Right.
And a brother, but I have 6 sisters, so trust me.
Right. Yeah.
I tried to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I know that there are differences, and she still was like, okay, thank you
And
very
I can
much.
imagine mom doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. And she went out. And of course, shortly after that, I see her in the singles group, and shortly after that, guess who's introduced as the new pastor? Me. And she's in that singles group.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All.
Yeah.
Is now the singles pastor. For that group, it was like an age group 28 to 40.
28 to 40, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's cool. Single pastor for single.
Yeah, there you
Set you
go.
up there.
And did you ever teach a series on men and female differences? This is
Yeah.
inspired by the tape that the
Yeah.
lady checked out 2 years ago.
Yeah. Here's a series, male and female
Open your
differences.
Bibles to Leviticus.
Here's a difference. There are differences. Okay, now let's move on.
Yeah. And so there was. So then, what was all right? So from meeting mom
Yeah.
to going out on your first date, which even that is like a contest. It's not really
that's an
even.
event.
That's a debate
Yeah, that's a debate
between you guys of what if it was the first date.
for years.
Where was there initial attraction, or was it more of like?
No, it was because she was just in the ministry, working in the ministry.
Yeah.
I was very focused on seminary.
Yeah.
I just wanted to finish seminary. Let me do this.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Relationships right now let me use my singleness so I can focus.
That's Greg right now, yeah. Except it's not voluntary. It's just. I'm just kidding.
All right.
It's voluntary, right?
It's voluntary.
That's what he told me. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So there wasn't, and then there was we spent more time together. So it'd be over 2 years before I kind of looked at her and thought, oh, maybe so.
So more time as in like Bible studies, like sitting together at church, or like was it more you would? Because were you part of the same Bible study? Were you?
No, I wasn't. Because
Okay.
she was in one Bible study in Glendale.
Okay.
But I would go visit all the Bible studies as the pastor.
Oh, I see.
And I would see her there. And we'd have leadership meetings, and I'd see her there.
Would you circle back to the Glendale Bible study? I know it's my weekend now, Pasadena, but Glendale, I'm coming back.
I'm coming back to Glendale.
Yeah.
And then we would, every year we would go up to Mammoth and go skiing, which is great. I love that. I miss that. Man, I wish I could do it some more, but
Yeah.
I don't think my knee's going to let me.
But there's one story that's pretty crazy. And that's probably helped your chances with mom was when that guy pulled up at the Bible study, remember, right? And he like
Oh, right.
pulled up on.
There was a guy who created some problems in our ministry because there was like this relationship drama that was going on.
He was a regular?
Oh, yeah. And he was seeing someone, and then she was seeing someone else, and he got upset, and he showed up one Sunday in the group and was trying to disturb things.
Oh.
So I went out, and another guy went out and kind of laid hands on him and and held him, and then he got arrested.
Oh, wow.
And then we actually had to go before a judge to get a restraining order.
Wow.
Because you want people to come to church, obviously.
Right.
But you
They
don't want
feel
them to
safe.
come and disturb.
Right.
And so he gave the restraining order.
Yeah.
So he couldn't come to church or any of our Bible studies.
Right.
So it just so happened, I'm visiting the Glendale study because he used to attend that study.
Yeah.
And so I thought, let me make sure everything's okay.
Right.
And he showed up. And he showed up with his restraining order. And then he pulled out like a blade. He was like, hey, you guys want blood? I'll give you blood.
Oh my gosh.
So I wasn't sure if he meant his own, like he's going to harm himself, or he's going to harm someone else. So I wasn't going to wait.
That sounds like the latter, honestly. Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to wait for him to figure it out.
Yeah.
And so I just went up to him and laid hands on him again.
You remember what moves you made? Wait,
I do.
Was it
Was it the right hook or?
Yeah.
that Chris Brown combo?
Yeah, right. Van Damme, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Combination.
So that Jackie Chan, yeah.
And I held him down, and I didn't know it, but in that tussle, ended up cutting the tendons in my thumb.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was bleeding. I didn't even know it. And
Yeah.
I realized, I looked up, thought, wow, where's the blood coming from? Oh, it's coming from me.
Oi.
And then guess what? Then the sheriff show up, and
Yeah.
I'm holding him on the ground.
Yeah.
And they show up, and the restraining order's right there.
Oh.
And they were like, well, this guy doesn't have it. Something's wrong.
He's nuts.
And then they took him off.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And mom was watching the entire thing.
Yeah, well, then the women went, I said, hey, get the gals out of here.
Yeah.
And there was another interesting development because there were some guys who went in with the women as well. I was like, one or two of you could have stayed behind.
All right, ladies.
Women and
go be
children.
safe.
Let's get back. No, I'm not talking about you, Dave. What the heck?
So maybe they were thinking, okay, I'll be there with the women to watch out for the women in case somebody comes through the back door. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what they
It's like the
Exactly.
It's like the dudes like when the girls are in line to get food, and it's like that first guy right behind the ladies. Like, all right, you could have waited a little bit, but
I don't know.
That's so funny. And you guys weren't dating at that time.
No,
right?
we weren't. No.
That probably helped the chances though. But yeah.
That's crazy.
So all right, so then you do that.
Any stitches?
Yeah. I think I had like 6 stitches in it.
Oh yeah.
You still see the scar.
That's a pretty good
For a
laceration.
little bit. It's right. It's
Oh, yeah,
healed. It's healed up.
Oh wow.
But it's right there.
Gosh.
I didn't even know it. I was like blood.
Yeah.
And I looked. I thought, oh my.
Man. So then, what was your first date with mom?
Oh.
It was that day.
The first official.
Let's go to the hospital.
The first date, as I chronicled it, Mom
Yeah.
is different.
You've asked mom, it's a different
Yeah.
story, which is insane. All right, Greg, hear dad's side of the story and then see if you think this is a first date.
So I had approached her and said, hey, I want to get to know you more. I'm attracted to you. And, I'm not just dating to date, obviously.
Right.
So I said, let's go out. And she was like, okay, we can, but nothing one-on-one. So we went out with her sister and brother-in-law. And I said, oh, that's cool.
Okay.
And she said, okay, let's do it. And she said, let's just spend time together.
Okay.
She didn't say date. She just spent time.
Okay.
Which is code for date. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So,
Yeah, right?
So I
A
said,
date is
okay,
spending
good.
time
Yeah.
But you just tell me. So, and the audience can tell me too.
Yeah.
So this is where we went. So beforehand, we had, I'm like black suit, and I'll tell you where we're going.
Okay.
Decked out. We have
Nice.
dinner, nice dinner, like a filet, that sort of thing.
Oh,
asparagus,
Filet,
right?
Greg.
Nice
The
dessert.
fillet, it has to be a date. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Come on.
But wait
and
for
then,
this.
and then after that, we're right next to the theater, so we go to see the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we
Wow.
went Phantom of the Opera, beautiful balcony seats, and then after that, we had went out for a little coffee and dessert, and then she got some roses too, but that was just spending time.
Oh my,
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
So if you ask my mom right now, she'd go, "That wasn't our first date,"
That is
and it was just you
gotta
two,
be one
right?
of the best first dates.
Yeah.
No, Uncle Sean and
Okay.
So you
So-
went to dinner.
But then that's a
balcony
double
seats
date.
at
It was a
Famous
double
It's a
date.
double
Yeah, it
date.
was a
Yeah,
double
yeah.
date.
That's a
But
DD.
all right, filet dinner,
Yeah, filet dinner.
Phantom of the Opera balcony seats.
Yeah,
and then flowers and
and then
that's-
coffee and
yeah, that's-
dessert afterwards.
That's greatest first date of all time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if I did that for
yeah.
Greg, that would still you don't
it's
do that
up-
for everybody.
It's up there.
I'm just saying, but
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's
Wow.
up there.
Yeah, that's a date.
and
That's
did
a-
mom pay for
That's
anything?
a date.
No, she didn't pay.
That's definitely a date. Yeah,
She didn't
wow.
pay for a thing. So she's still. And here's the thing about it: we've been married this month. We'll be married. Well, next Friday.
Whoa.
We're married 33 years.
Yeah.
And to this date, I've told this story for many, many years, and every person I've talked to, male, female, young, old, they said that's a date.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a date.
That's
And I think mom's clarification was like, no, it wasn't communicated. But I'm like, by the actions, mom.
that's a
like,
high level date too.
Yeah. That's not even
not
like
like
coffee,
a
like a
regular-
typical seminarian. That's
I
like
feel
a.
a coffee date.
That's on a
I know.
pastor's salary.
And I was like, yeah. Now that I think about it, man, I had to save up for that date.
Yeah, only to be like that wasn't a date.
It wasn't a date. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Now, but at that time, because mom is Korean, at that time there was some like stuff going on with Koreans and
Well,
like, black
because
people.
then after, shortly after this is happening, we have the Rodney King riots.
Yeah.
So that's going on. There's issues in some of the Korean shops. There's tension there.
Right.
There was a lot of tension going on racially, in LA at the time.
Right.
But, we came together. The Lord used it. And here we are now, 33 years later.
Wow. This month, 33 years.
Yeah, 33 on the 19th.
That's crazy.
Wow. That's
Juneteenth
amazing.
is our wedding
Oh
anniversary.
my gosh.
Wow.
That's 10 days. Yeah.
You don't know when Juneteenth is, Greg. I'm just kidding. I don't know when Juneteenth. I'm just kidding. Was there any? I mean, we don't have to get into crazy, but like, was your family didn't have a problem with her being Korean or anything?
No, but you know what I did? I did call like my oldest sister and said, I'm not prejudiced at all, but I kind of had this image of what my life might be.
Yeah.
But I called her and said, hey, here's a gal that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Is there
Right.
any kind of feelings that you have about it? And she said to me, you know what? Years ago, like as an unbeliever, I probably would have taken issue with it. But I'm in Christ.
Huh.
And so why is that an issue? Yeah, if that's the person that you love. Yeah.
And mom's family had the same reaction. I'm just kidding.
Well, mom's parents didn't. Well, initially they did. Like her granddad, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because I led him to the Lord. He liked me a lot, but her brother and then her mom had an issue. The dad just kind of flowed with
Just
things.
did whatever. Yeah.
Did whatever. So they had an issue. And so they didn't come to our wedding.
Oh, wow.
But the Lord healed that relationship with
Right.
time. And I used to call like her parents, like every Wednesday around 11 a.m., even if I was on somewhere else in the world.
Yeah, I have memories of that. It'd be like a 2-minute, not even.
Yeah,
it'd be
not
like
even.
a
It was
very
like,
short
hello, how you
hello,
doing?
goodbye.
And sometimes she'd say, "Where are you now?" And I'd tell her, and hope you're okay. That's good. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's life up to this point.
Wow. So you guys get married. They don't go to the wedding. Was that well, hopefully it's playing. Okay. So at that point, did you know what you wanted to do as far as after seminary?
Well, I just knew I wanted to go pastor a church somewhere.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I had no desire for missions field. I didn't think that I wanted to be teaching in a seminary.
Yeah.
I wanted to go pastor a church.
And did you feel a particular calling it to the black community at
I
that time?
did. Yeah, I did. Because there are just so few guys that are expositors in that community. So there was a sense of obligation.
And what's it, for people that don't know, what's expository?
So expository preaching it's you dealing with the text, and you're trying to bring out of the text the nuances that are there, word meaning, context. You're bringing out the theology of the text itself and explaining it to the people. You can say, I'm trying to expose them to as much as I can about what God meant when he wrote this.
Yeah.
And often expository preaching is best done like consecutively. I preach through a book or take a big passage and preach through that passage. Not like one verse this week, another verse the next week, another topic this week. So expository preaching.
Now, would you say that expository preaching is the way to go as opposed to
Oh,
technical?
sure, because first of all, I think because you teach people how to understand books of the Bible and passages and theology easily, then you teach them the process of interpretation by your example.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about words and context and legitimate cross references. So they're realizing, oh, okay, I saw that. Or now that's not that difficult to come to that conclusion. That's good. So that's a part of it as well in expository preaching that's helpful. And it gives you a broader view of Scripture in its development, through time, as opposed to, messages that are all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, so expository, you felt that call. And then you decided to plant a church, which is not the normal, but it's
it's not.
It's not normal route as far as after
It's not normal. So I planted a church, and we started in Culver City.
And this was 93?
So this was 93. We actually started, our first service was 94.
Okay.
But we kind of started the groundwork in 93. And I was there 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then turned it over to some other TMS grads.
Yeah.
Then I went to another church that was in Inglewood, kind of revitalization.
Yeah.
I was there 7 years, and then felt like, okay, Lord, what's next for me? And was starting to look around, and I actually got a call from John MacArthur and asked, hey, will you come back to Grace Church and also be at the center? So that happened like next month. It's 14 years ago. Wow, that's longer than the church plant. And
yeah.
Wow.
Was there a not a favorite one, but was there a favorite one? Like that? Not like, I mean, in the sense of like, I mean, it could be also
both
for different
taught me
reasons.
different
Yeah,
things.
that's what I mean.
Both taught me different things. Like
Yeah.
the church plant was good because from the beginning, this is what we're going to be.
Yeah.
The revitalization, we shouldn't be that. Let's pull it back the other direction.
Right.
So sweet people in both places.
Yeah.
I'm probably closer to the ones in the church plant because we were like from the beginning.
For sure. Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
And I still connect with them. I'll talk with them. They'll refer to me as pastor.
Yeah.
So I have a good relationship there.
Yeah. So Lauren was born, what, 94?
94.
94. So you're going, you have a kid, and that's not like, you don't make a lot of money, especially if you're starting. It's not like a business where you're trying to grow Well, I mean, I guess it is, but like, it's not that kind of church.
No, it's
You
not.
know?
It's not one of those.
Yeah. Or
so
church.
for a while,
Yeah.
I would substitute teach.
Yeah.
Like on Wednesdays, I'd go and do substitute teaching because on Wednesdays was a short day,
Yeah.
and I'd get out about 1:00 or so.
And you, that's part of the reason why you homeschool, right? Because it was like in the hood and you were substitute
Yeah,
teaching.
I was like, no, I don't think we're gonna. These public schools here, I don't, and we didn't have the money to go to private school,
Right.
and that worked out well.
Yeah.
And we ended up saying, okay, let's look at it every year, 1 year at a time, and we went all the way through high school.
Yeah.
Is that the church I went with you?
Yeah.
You brought me a few
Yeah.
times.
Which
Okay,
one?
cool.
We went to a community of faith.
Oh yeah, community.
Yeah.
It's called in that church. When I left Westside, it was called Westside Bible Church. They merged with another church, another TMS grad, and so now they've been together now for 20 years, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah.
I think they just had the 20-year anniversary or something like that.
Wow.
So pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So so you're doing that, and then would you go back like and try to? I'm just trying to think how to word this. So like, okay, as a dad, right?
Yeah.
Would you recommend people to have more kids, less kids?
Uh-huh.
Because I feel like five kids is a lot on a pastor's salary.
Sure. But God provided for
Yeah,
us. We got to do things that were fun.
Yeah.
You know, we cut corners. We camped. You
Yeah.
know, we didn't do any glamping.
Nope. Yeah.
We've done glamping now on the other side.
Yeah.
Now that life is different.
Yeah.
But we camped. It was raw. Like we cooked our meals right in the tent.
Yeah.
But you
Great.
had great experiences. We went places that a lot of people have never even gone.
Yosemite,
Grand Canyon, Kings Canyon,
Yeah.
Sequoia, Redwoods.
Now, where did you learn how to like get a good deal? Because I feel like
Oh,
one thing
that's-
I gotta tell you, because one thing I've always carried from my dad is the fact that my dad has a good eye for a good deal. I'll tell this to all my friends. I'll be like, growing up, my dad, we'd go to Ross, which is a clearance section store.
Yeah.
Then we'd go to the clearance section in Ross. And then this is how my dad would shop for shoes. He'd go, all right, is this? All right, we're getting this. And I'd be like, Dad, this looks like the Jerusalem 5000s. They're not going to get me any friends, but I'm just saying that's what happened.
So funny.
Was that just like innate, or
Well,
was that?
a part of it, I think, being a church plant, you
Yeah.
had to really cut corners.
Yeah.
You had to make ends meet as a church planter. You know, you're starting out. What do we do? How do we? Okay, we got to run the Kinkos to get these copies made. We have
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
this. And then, you have this family that's growing.
Yeah.
How do you make it work? And I just started learning those ways. And I
Yeah.
do it to today.
Yeah.
I'm at a totally different stage financially. But I still can't get myself to pay full price for certain things.
Yeah.
I can't do it. When I
What are
I
some
can
of those
find it.
things?
What are some of those things?
Yeah.
Anything electronic.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Because they're always putting out something every other year, 6 months.
Right.
And the only thing that I bought, like every version of it, are my Sony headphones.
Okay.
Because they really have improved them every time.
Right. There's a noticeable difference.
I'm in number 5. They had number 6 out. I'm not sure if I'll get them.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's always a deal somewhere. Somebody paid top price a year ago, 2 years ago, and they're like, I want the latest, greatest now. So they have it cut down. So I do that.
Yeah.
Clothes, I mean, I like nicer things, and I feel you have to make an investment in clothes because I can kind of be hard on them.
Yeah.
But I just wait for Memorial Day sale.
Yeah, there we
Right.
go.
I mean,
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
That's a
What's it? Joseph Banks. They have
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
stuff.
They
I
have-
wait
they
when
have
they have
nice.
that like true 70% off.
Yeah.
I do that. And when it comes to travel, there's always some deal in travel, last minute things.
Yeah.
So it's just built into my system.
Yeah.
And in one way, I feel like a stewardship to do that because what I save, I can give somewhere else.
Yeah.
I can use it somewhere.
Like to your kids. I think. I think it's also hard too because I think as a dad, like it's one thing. That's what I realize is once you're grown, it's easier to buy stuff for yourself. But if you have kids that are constantly growing out of things, I'm
sure.
it's got to be tough to go. All right, you can get these shoes, but I'm gonna have to get you new ones in like 2 years. So
Yeah. Yeah, because their kids are like, wow, they just grew out of that. What's happening here?
Yeah.
And at some point in time, it stops, but there is always that time where they're just growing.
Yeah. What are some fond memories you look on back as a father? Because you're a granddad now. I mean, you're still a father, but you're granddad. What's some memories that you look back and go, that was some fun times as a dad?
Oh, sure. I think those camping, going swimming, pretending like I remember jumping off the little ledge.
Yeah.
And I went under and stayed underwater. People think, oh no, what's happened to Dad?
Yeah.
Coming out, going paintballing.
Oh, I love it.
And taking on guys with $1,000 equipment and waxing them.
Yeah.
Doing things like that. Seeing people do sports like Lauren did or rowing. Justin did a little football, some track. Boys did it too.
Right.
Leia, band.
Yeah.
You guys both did band.
Yeah.
Those are all good memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun times. And I think game nights were fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing game nights. We were just talking recently, all the family got together for the first time in 8 years for Christmas. And because everyone was always scattered, and we were talking about playing Oregon Trail. And we played Oregon Trail, the game.
Yeah.
And that was fun. So those are good moments,
Yeah.
In terms of, sorry to interrupt your questions, Justin, but especially, it being a Father's Day episode.
Sure.
In terms of just fatherhood.
Sure.
Especially with, like me with my relationship with my dad, or you were talking about your dad earlier.
Sure.
Becoming a father. Talk to us a little bit about the kind of, obviously, the importance of a father at home, but especially I can attest of having such a God-fearing, just provider who's really just the rock of our family.
Sure.
And the impact it had on me growing up.
Sure. Yeah, the importance of dad. I mean, statistically, it's true. The moment you remove dad from the home, everything increases. Crime. The likelihood of jail time goes up. Suicide goes up. I mean, so many other things just rise when there's no dad. Because God has built something into a father figure that offers that stability and authority in the home. And it doesn't mean that it's not loving and kind. It's that too. But you see some of these kids, just really utter foolishness is happening in the streets nowadays. Rest assured, you have no dad or weak dad at home. That's just the reality of it. Because there has to be that sense, like with me and my dad, I thought people knew me and they would say, man, you look just like your dad. But there's a problem with that, because then if they know me and I look just like my dad, guess what? If I do something that's foolish, I'm connected to him.
Reflects back on him.
Yeah, so there's that sense, and that's also true spiritually. Like we have a heavenly Father, and we're supposed to be following that heavenly Father. And now, do we do it perfectly? Of course not. I can look back over on things and say, oh man, I wish I had done that better. But it's so very important. Now, obviously, there's a role for mom, and more of our families are led by moms. But all the moms that I've talked to that are sensible and not some extreme feminists, I'm going to say it would have been good to have a man in the home. Yeah.
Kind of that partnership.
The partnership.
Between the parenting,
Yeah, even biblically, Paul talks, when he's talking to the church at Thessalonica, he refers to himself and the other missionaries in ministering to them. He says, we came to you like a father and like a mother. The two working together with one another. So, yeah.
But that's also, too, because I always reference, and even, like, not to, mention dating, but that's something that I always, like, notice, too, is that girls or people that I've seen have been like, man, it's, the guys out here do not do certain things that you do. And same thing with Greg, like, he's heard that word. They don't open the door for women, they don't chew. And I remember, like, one, it was a combination of you, but then also of Joseph and Jordan, of being like, this is how you respect women. This is how you do this. And the one time I hit Leia, my sister. So what? You want to tell what happened? Because
I'll tell what happened.
Oh, boy.
So Justin decided he was going to hit his sister.
I was also like 6, okay?
That's true. I know. I think it was.
Ago.
I don't know if it was 6.
5.
More like 16. I'm excited to hear this.
So we were all the whole family was doing martial arts together. And that was another fun memory when we all did martial arts.
That was fun.
And so I said, okay, you want to hit your sister? So I got some of our equipment with the two brothers, and we put it this way, we had a session.
No, what happened was there was a circle, and I was in the middle of it, and it wasn't ring around a Rosie.
Hey, you need a
it was
punching
ring
bag
around to
with you.
punch him in the.
Exactly.
And the funniest thing was I remember
These are
Jordan and
close.
Joseph was probably like they're 5, so if I was like 7, they're probably like I don't know 12 or 13 or something
Yeah.
probably. And I remember they were scared to hit me.
They were.
They were just like and Dad was like, all right. He goes,
Just waiting for the green light.
and I don't even remember getting punched off that. I just remember being like, all right, I get the message. But like you have to like that to me was, and I never hit Leia again.
No.
On purpose. You know, so that's just a core memory in
Oh, sure. It was like, no, unacceptable. Like,
Yeah.
you see these guys today, especially these athletes. You know, some guy, dude, you are a linebacker
Yeah.
in the NFL, and you just hit a woman.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And what sort of man are you?
Uh-huh.
But guess what? That's been their life. They probably saw it. No one called them on it. They were disrespecting women throughout their life, and there they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I always say that too, not even just like just social awareness and social manners, but also just like as far as God is concerned. Because I always tell people too, like I know God is real because of my parents.
Yeah.
Like another thing too is like how is it important, not just as a father but as a Christian father, to be that, because there's memories where I especially with purity, and like we've gone back and forth on that, but like there was never an instance where I was like, I don't know if Dad doesn't love Mom, because there would be moments where we would watch, even like recently we'd be watching a movie and they wouldn't even show anything. They just like wake up in bed with like covers on. You walked up, turned the TV back on, off, and then just sat back down. I remember being like, that wasn't even that bad, you know. But you're so like, it's not even about like how far can I go. It's just being as far away as that. What's that?
Well, purity is important. Here's the reality. I mean, we're all sinful creatures.
Yeah.
And if you don't realize that you have the potential to act on that, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And sometimes people want to get close to the edge, and they think they're not going to fall off.
Yeah.
No, they will. Or they say, well, that's legalism. Well, I don't know how you define that, but that's called striving for purity. Let me give you a real example. I'm dealing with this issue, like I may have to go see the doctor. I think it's called what's called piriformis syndrome, where there's a piriformis muscle that's deep in the glute, that if it's tight, and sometimes if it's loose, it pushes on the sciatic nerve and it creates problems. And so I was like, I'm looking on YouTube yesterday, like, okay, how do we correct it? What can I do? And I'm noticing that more and more of the guys that are physical therapists, they essentially have a model, showing you the exercise.
Right. Uh-huh.
And one of them was actually what he said was really good, and I saved it. And I thought, you know what? I said, no, I deleted it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I deleted it because, obviously there's certain positions that you're in with your legs, and what she had on was just not.
Right.
It's not like she had on some big baggy, gym shorts or something. Yeah. Uh-huh. And I just thought, no, I'm not going to go there. Somebody else has done it, or there's a dude that can do it.
Right.
Because I just don't need that image in my mind repeatedly.
Yeah.
And that's like the repeated image. And I'm noticing that more. And the guys are just using some model, thinking that some guys probably don't even care about the exercise.
Right.
They just want to look at the girl.
Right. And the whole focus of like the whole purpose of the video is just completely
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you take steps in life, and then with your sons, you want to model that for them. Purity, because you want them to be that. Here's the reality. I'll share this. I stepped outside the boundaries of purity when I was an unbeliever. Yeah. And so God has been gracious. It allows me to push those memories like way back here. But if I wanted to, I could conjure them up, and I don't want to. And so I just want to have as few data points in my mind as I can possibly have. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I definitely have seen that for sure. And kind of going back and as far as now back into kind of spiritual life, as far as living life as a Christian.
Sure.
What's kind of your thought processes now as okay? Because growing up, the biggest thing that I kind of struggle with Christians and Christianity is like there's been like kind of everyone's in their bubble in
Sure.
a way, but especially with Christians, it's like there's a disconnect between like the church and like the world. Like you hear that a lot
Okay.
in church, like the world, this, like
Sure.
how as a Christian do you look and interact with the world, whether it's politics, whether it's entertainment, or it's just people outside, the scope of the circle? Like how do you do it, and like what would you say is the best way?
Interact with the world but not be of the world.
I guess, yeah.
Because the scripture says you're in the world but not of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mission field.
Yeah.
There are people that want to be so reclusive that they want nothing. They don't interact with anyone. It's only their church friends. It's only, the study of the Word of God. They don't know anything else in history. They know nothing else.
Yeah.
I think that that's wrong.
Right.
Sure, it is. I don't have to be influenced by the world to be interacting with it. If I don't interact with the world, that means the people in the world, what's my mission?
Right.
The mission is to witness to them. And when I reference the martial arts, that's one reason we all did martial arts.
Yeah.
Because I kind of came home one day realizing, wait a minute. Okay, I go up to the seminary to teach, so I'm surrounded by pastors and future pastors. My closest friends are pastors, are ministers, are missionaries.
Yeah.
And I thought, who do I have in my life that doesn't know the Lord?
Yeah.
And I was like, I needed to be around some people that didn't know the Lord on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And that was really one of the main reasons we got into martial arts.
Yeah.
So we can't hide our light. We have to let people see it. So I can be in the world but not of it. And at some point in time, you have to ask yourself a question. Okay, am I being influenced by the world here too much? Then it's time to back away. Because then I'm losing my mission.
Right.
Because people don't know, they can't discern your light.
Yeah. What is the world? Like, what's the definition of the world?
Yeah, and that comes up, what is the world?
Yeah.
Do not love the world or the things of the world, the lust of the flesh and the boastful pride of life, 1 John tells us. So the world is a system.
Okay.
It's a system that is bent against God.
Okay.
The world system are the things that distract us because in Hebrews 12 it talks about that we should run the race in front of us. Don't be entangled with the sins of this life. So what are the things that may entangle me? And there are things in the world that are, I'll call them amoral, but if they occupy too much of your time, they become immoral. Like, for someone to watch, what are we in the NBA championships now, right?
Finals.
Yeah, finals. Is it wrong to watch the finals? No, of course not. I don't think. I said of course not, but in my estimation, it's not wrong to watch it. But if you're like watching every game, breakdown afterwards, every highlight,
It just consumes your...
and it consumes your life, your time, you're out there Xing about what happened, and you're not taking care of family or your spiritual life, the world has too much of it. You need to be able to walk away from anything at any point in time.
Huh.
That's the determining factor. Paul talked about buffeting his body. What can I walk away from at any point in time? If I can't walk away from it, I'm not in control. So there are things out there that are perfectly acceptable. But if they consume too much of my time and require too much of my resources, then I have to make a change.
So in particular, as an American, how does that look like involving, dealing with like politics or Christian nationalism or all that stuff? It's like,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to figure out like, what does that look like for the average guy that's like trying to love Jesus but also is like getting pulled to this side or that side?
Yeah, I think and quickly on politics, I'm an American citizen too.
Yeah.
So I have a privilege, and I'd even say an obligation to interact as best I can
Yeah.
in making good decisions when it comes to politics, because there are always consequences with it.
Yeah.
So I can't say, oh man, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. Well, you could have helped that to some degree
Yeah.
had you not voted the way that you did,
Yeah.
or at least interacted with it. Where is that line where it's too much and people think they can save society? The Bible is clear. You cannot save society.
Yeah.
It's clear. Paul told us it's going to get worse and worse and worse before Christ comes. Can you hold back the tide a little bit? You can, by your own example, by witnessing to people. They come to Christ, influencing people that have influence as much as you can. But there is a line. Where is that line? I can't tell a person. Their conscience has to guide them in that, but their conscience has to be mature too.
Right.
Because some people may say, well, my conscience allows me freedom in this area. Well, it shouldn't, because you're violating other biblical principles by applying that.
Right.
So I interact at a certain political level
Yeah.
because the issues today are very much spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very spiritual from the standpoint of, okay, what month is this in the minds of many people? Well, I would say I don't recognize Pride Month.
Yeah.
Because that's a detriment for people who are in that lifestyle. But now that becomes political, but it really is a spiritual issue.
Yeah. For sure.
Abortion they say it's political. No, it's not. It's a spiritual issue.
Right.
How do we understand gender? They say, well, that's a political. No, it's not. It's a spiritual issue. God made man and woman. It's pretty clear. And so the moment we try to make things political, then we don't feel any need to maybe talk to that person and say you should change, because that's just your political position.
Yeah.
No, your political position now is confronting a biblical position. I just saw in New York this crazy legislation where they're gonna stop referring to, like, say, parents. They're gonna refer to gestating and non-gestating. What in the world?
What does that even? What does
Yeah.
gestating mean?
Well, because so instead of saying mother and father, so you're the one that
Can't we use
produced.
that now?
Yeah, like
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's just utterly ridiculous where we are.
That's weird.
And why go to see? That's the spiritual issue. That's not political.
Yeah. But that's another thing too. It's like it's funny because I remember reading what's it called, screw tape letters.
Sure.
And the devil, it's just very interesting because the devil doesn't come as this, for the most part, this brooding demon that we think
Sure.
of. He's going to come, one, as an angel of light, so the things that are enticing,
Sure.
but also subtly,
Sure.
and a little bit here, a little bit there. That's
Sure.
how he tempted Eve, right? It was like,
Sure.
here's a little bit of bite. He just
Sure.
be like God, and then before you know it, we're
Well, that's it.
homeless in L.A.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
There's
Like,
I mean, because the world is broken, and
yeah, the screw cheat letters is such a perfect thing. It's like, hey, let them think what they're doing is moral, but it really isn't. Let them think what they're doing is a freedom of expression,
Right.
but it really isn't.
Yeah.
It's going to be binding to them. And then what you do, it's what the Bible said in Isaiah 5, like what happened in society in Isaiah's time. He says you call evil good and good evil.
Yeah.
Light darkness and darkness light. So I say marriage is between a man and a woman. Oh, that's evil.
Yeah.
You're a hater. I say a man should be with a man. Oh, you're a hater.
Yeah.
You're in the darkness. You don't see. So everything is reversed.
Yeah. It's very. So you wrote a book. It's called A Thankful Journey.
Yeah.
There's pictures and there's not a single picture of me. That's okay. Talk to us.
For sure, then.
I'm sorry, what? I'll throw this book at you. Anyway, so how did this book come about?
That book is interesting. That all started back in COVID. When crazy time in California, we were on total lockdown initially. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I just, in the morning, what I would do is read a psalm, meditate on it, kind of distill it down to one or two verses. Then I'd just put out a word that says, be thankful. It was started just one sentence, be thankful for. And then I started to incorporate pictures. Think, what picture kind of captures that idea? Then I expanded it more and more and more. And so it became little mini devotionals on every psalm of the Bible, and they did a great job with incorporating my pictures
Right.
in it as well that kind of tell a part of the journey.
Right. So yeah, so on each for the camera, for each there's like a, and this is pretty much the same for each page, but you got a devotion, and is this a song?
Then you have a line from a hymn that you can sing.
Okay.
So a heading, the verse,
Yeah.
the devotion, and then a line from a hymn that you can sing in your devotion.
Yeah. So it's like about every psalm? Or?
Yeah, every song.
Wow.
Yeah, every song.
Huh.
Something.
Oh, and then a song to go with that in
Yeah.
the picture. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How did you choose all the pictures?
I would just kind of scroll through my album and think, oh, I think that kind of captures it. Yeah, I think
that's
that
awesome.
captures it.
Yeah, and they came out pretty high quality. I remember
Yeah.
going, that's crazy. Yeah.
No, they did a really, really good job on kind of incorporating that in there.
Wow.
And it was also so interesting because initially I was going to do the book and I was going to just use a QR code, and I had a web page set up, and you
Right.
could hit the QR code and go to it.
Yeah.
But that was going to be a little clumsy
Yeah.
because everyone was saying it's too expensive
Yeah.
to do pictures and then color pictures.
Right.
But we found a printer that did it, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So what's like your hope for people when they read it?
I'm hoping that they'll do just what it says. Every devotion starts off with be thankful. That if you go through life realizing whatever life brings your way, that there's always a reason for you to be thankful. So each day be thankful.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
So, pastor, dad,
Yeah.
granddad, what do you like the best? Probably being a father. I'll just answer that anyway. Well, okay. So, in all seriousness, like as advice for someone who might be like a dad now or is looking to be a dad.
Yeah.
What's some advice that you?
Dad now is time flies.
Yeah.
Like I look back and think, wow, I'm sitting here with you now.
Yeah.
And I remember when both of you were like,
Yeah.
and now look.
Especially Greg.
And it's gone. And now I'm a granddad to 2 kids.
Yeah.
Where did time go? And then it's gone. So you have to make your investments
Yeah.
and have as best you can, have a relationship that you can have it later in life. And that is, we have a relationship. We can talk. You can come over. You can eat, especially when you can eat.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I can't
I've seen
cook.
him do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
I'm
can
hungry.
cook.
I'm going over my parents' house.
Yeah.
They'll come back with a bunch of
Oh,
stuff.
no, you can cook. Stop the madness, man.
Yeah.
So I think that's important. Time is going to like, wow, where is it?
Yeah.
And then you find yourself, okay, you look back and you want to have as few regrets as possible, which means you have to invest in the here and now.
Do you have any regrets as a dad?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's I regret not spending as much time with each of you individually.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had time together, and I don't have any like, oh man, I really,
Right.
I feel guilt over it, but I still look back and say, oh, I could have done better
Yeah.
here. So I think that, and so that's another thing. And here's the other thing I think with dads, like, enjoy, laugh,
Right.
with your family.
Yeah.
That's why I like board games. Go out, have fun. The person that's more the jokester in the family, laugh at what he has to say. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I would like to say I take my humor from Jordan. my
Yeah,
brother.
Jordan.
Jordan is so funny.
Totally, Jordan is the funny one in the family.
well,
So he never totally the funny
I'm
one.
the comedian, but whatever.
But enjoy those moments because they could be gone at any moment.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's what's important. And then your family needs to see that you love Christ. Yeah, and even beyond them, you have to love Christ, which may mean you take a stand for Christ but against them. And later on in life, they'll appreciate it. It's like Charles Spurgeon when he heard his mother praying once, and that he said, because at that time Spurgeon didn't know the Lord.
Yeah.
And he essentially heard his mother praying that, Charles didn't come to faith, that one day she would stand with Christ against Charles. And he was like shocked by that.
Yeah.
Like my mom,
Especially for mom, yeah.
like mom is going to be like, no, away with you.
Yeah.
You rejected my Savior. That's deep. So I think there has to be some sense that children realize that crisis first in their life. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Thankful Journey is out. Where is it at? Where is
You
it?
can get it on Amazon.
Amazon.
Ooh,
Amazon, and we don't have an audience. You know how they go. And everyone gets a free copy.
Yeah.
Well, no one gets a free copy because I'm broke. Anyway, well, thanks for
right.
being here,
Sure,
Dad.
man.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care.